All right, here we go. We got another game in store for us. It's another CCL game. Let me see what I want to do. Boom. All right, so this is a game I'm involved in, so I'm very excited to do it. I'm going to start with me. I'm here playing as the Cumans, and my teammate, MightyMosaic, is playing as the Malians. This is a 2v2v2v2, so there's 4 teams of 2. We have King Ozaki playing with Ice over here. Ice is one of the highest CCL ranked players right now. And King Ozaki, I believe this is only their, this isn't their first game. I think this is like their second game, maybe? They haven't played a whole lot. But they're very good, like extremely good. They're not super high. They don't play a lot of like 1v1s. Maybe they're like 15 or 1600, but they're super good in team games. Every tournament they've been in, they're just like solid. And then we have probably one of the better teams ever assembled in the CCL. We have Arbiter, Sun, and Gobs. These teams, you were able to pick your teammate, actually, with no restrictions whatsoever, so that's pretty good. We're trying a few different things out. And then on the right over here, we have Feudal and Ghost of 6 a.m. And Ghost of 6 a.m. has their castle forward, and their king is inside of their castle, so they're not actually scouting with their king. Most players scout with their king early and then kind of bring them in. Like, I scouted all the way back here with my king and my scout. So let's take off the old fog of war. You know, you have Ice scouting way back here with the king. The king's a great scout. Some people actually push in deer with their king, which is crazy. You have Gobs scouting back here. Britons are an interesting choice for this map. So Karst's has all these little pockets, these little cliffs with these little things of gold. There's 350 gold and 350 stone in each pile. So it's nice to get a town center up on them, and because the Britons have the cheaper town centers, it's easier to kind of spam them everywhere. Also, because this is a 6-player map, I do want to see if any maps are bugged. It doesn't look like it. No, everyone's got wood lines. The only issue with, like, sometimes on this map, when you do, like, 8 players on a 6-person, is you don't get the wood lines. But everyone got their wood lines, though. It looks fine. We did have a rule where you could restart if you didn't have the wood lines. Like, this one here isn't the best. Like, Gobs, he's got 4 wood lines, actually, but they're not, like, right next to his castle. Like, mine, like, my castle protects a wood line, kind of protects my gold a little bit. Ghost, he's playing as the Armenians. So I didn't go through everyone. So yeah, Ghost is playing as the Armenians, Feudal is playing as the Khmer, Gobs the Britons, Arbiter Sun playing as the Mongols. Popular pick, the Mongols. Ice playing as the Saracens, also a great pick. And Ozaki playing as the Mongols as well. Mongols, I think I just want to like ban Mongols for everything from now on. There's just something about the Mongols. They're good early, they're good late, like they just have like no flaws, you know? I think that's the issue with the Mongols, is they really don't have a lot of weaknesses. They're just tough to beat. So on this, all right, so I'm going to talk about myself, okay? My favorite topic. I'm playing as the Cumans because Cumans, you can get a second TC up in Feudal Age, but you can also get a Siege Workshop and make RAMS in Feudal Age, which no other Civ can do. And what I like about it, this map itself, because you start with the castle, you start with extra villagers. We did not start with extra res, so you just get normal res. But you can basically click up in like the 5-6 minute range. So you can get up to Feudal Age, and then you get the castle age pretty quick too, because there's all these like hunt. Like I'm taking hunt back here, and teammates taking hunt over here. I did notice in the other game, the Woody Lobby game, that not everyone goes to take hunt. Only like the big brain players do, really. So like myself and a handful of others are going for hunt. But I don't know why. Like it's like 25. I did the math. It's like 2,500 food just sitting there, and you have to walk a little far for it. Like I had to walk from my town center way over here to all the way to the back. So like yeah, it takes a while. Like I get it. Maybe there's some inefficiency involved, but for me, it just makes sense, you know. So some people are walling up. So Feudal is walling up on the Gobs side. This is a tricky map because you can't see the castle with your scout until you're already within range of the castle, so you can kind of take a couple of hits early. But now everyone's in Feudal Age, and Some people like Valhalla is actually making scouts right now as the Khmer. With the Khmer, they can make military pretty quickly. You know, they don't need their buildings. Like you don't have to make a barracks to make a stable. And Gobs is finding out pretty quickly that he's in trouble. Because most players are going to fast castle, because you have the castle that you can make unique units out of, so like your fast castling makes a lot of sense. Now me, so here's my plan. I'll tell you my plan. So I'm making 2 siege workshops, and I'm going to make rams out of them. When I practice this, I practice it with 1 or 2 siege workshops, and honestly, I think 1 is just as good. But like, for whatever reason, I had the resources for 2, and I just thought like, let's just do it, you know? Let's just do it. Like, I had a really good start here, I remember. Let's look at the idle TC. Idle TC here. So MightyMosaic with 152, not great. I'm at 19 seconds, yeah. I mean, that's you know, one of the best. Ice is better than me, Ghost is better than me, Arbiter is better than me. But 19 seconds, dude, I will take that. I will take that all day. And so MightyMosaic and I, we won our first 2v2v2v2 free-for-all team free-for-all. I gotta find a better way of saying it than 2v2v2v2. But we won our first one with a wonder, and so we thought maybe some people might like focus on us a little bit, but we are the lowest elo players here. Like, we're not good. Like, we're just genuinely not good. Now I am scouting around. I want to find my closest enemy. I know that Ghost is here, and I know that his teammate is somewhere. I'm actually looking for him like back here, but I don't find him. I think I find him eventually. But this is where I screwed up. So I didn't want these rams to go forward yet, but because I'm not a good player, I just hold left on the stick and I choose all military. And I sent these rams forward, and I'm pretty sure Ghost was able to see these. Because I wanted to kind of like a sneak attack, but I wanted to mass up early. Now, down here, Valhalla has the scouts, and he's attacking Gobs, which is smart. Gobs is a very solid player. He's right next to Valhalla. Like, that is something that you want to do. Now Castle Age is coming in for most players here. And Valhalla gets cleaned up by Gobs. Not ideal. And then this is when I noticed my rams are like coming down here for some reason. I wanted my scout to come down here. And oh, so I forgot about this. So where's he going with his, what the heck? What are you doing, man? Ice is running his king to go scout a little bit, I guess. So Valhalla was like 20-30 minutes late to this game, and so we all made a joke. We said, everyone mark Valhalla so that he thinks we're gonna kill him. So I noticed that my rams are down here, and I'm like, okay, send them back. And then I have my teammates making Gobettos. This is the plan. This is the strat. Ice with the late king scouting, and he's going for 3 TCs. Ghost is up. And Ghost is my closest enemy. I'm not gonna make this all about me, by the way. This is just, I know that we're gonna be the first attack, because look at these rams I got going on. I have 6 rams. We're at 15 minutes. The goal was 13 minutes to attack, by the way. That was like what we practiced. We were able to get it like under 14 every time. So I'm not sure what happened, why we were a little slow here. But I do have a lot. So I'm like, all right, we have to go. We have to go now. Just send whatever Gobettos you can. We have 8 Gobettos. There's 4 in this one. There's 1 in this one. There's more on the way. Right? And Ghost is putting up a university, and he's getting fletching. So the Armenians, they get composite bowmen, right? So composite bowmen are terrible against against rams, and they're going to be terrible against Gobettos. So Ghost is going for university, which I think is a little ambitious. But the king is in here still. The king is still in here. I want to take this castle down. This castle's going down pretty fast. Haven't ungarrisoned yet. Oh, the king ran. The king ran. We didn't see the king running. That was smart of Ghost to send the king back fast. But that castle's down. The Gebettos are out. The Gebettos are killing everything. The castle's down in like 10 seconds here. And Ghost is just running his king. He has nowhere to go. He has nothing back here. He's just running his king to a safe place. Valhalla's adding town centers. Ghost TC is down. And Valhalla is sending in knights. But he's only sending in one knight. He's sending in one knight. Meanwhile, we have some of these Mangudai. These are Mangudai. We have some Mangudai in the back. They just cleared up a little bit. This is Arbiter's son. Arbiter's son just found Ice's little back base. That's really, really good for Arbiter. Not for Ice. For Ice, it's bad. Meanwhile, our Ram Gebetto push. I'm up to 9 Rams. The Gebetto are chasing Ghost. Ghost has his entire economy here. His king is in the back. He's building one tower in the back. This was like not best case scenario because we really wanted to kill. We really wanted to kill one of the kings early, but I mean, this is Ghost's entire economy essentially. We actually almost killed. We're missing like 3 villagers. Ghost is down to 7 villagers. And his king is just running back here, and we lost him. Meanwhile, the Mangudai are running over to Ice's eco. So Arbiter is able to mess up Ice's eco. And then we decide we're just going to go for Valhalla, because, you know, we know we basically killed Ghost. And we got Gebettos, we got Rams. We're 21 minutes into this game, and we feel pretty dominant. We have the score lead. Like, we're not good players like Mosaic. Mosaic is I'm okay. Like I'm like around like the top 100, right, on the ladder. Mosaic is like an 1100 elo. But like the guys playing this game, like Arbiter, Valhalla, like these are top 10 players, you know. Like these are the best of the best. Ghost is around my level, so that's fine. And I'm going for the TC. Now the Mangonel is here. The Mangonel can do work. I didn't add any Rams. I said let's just push with these Rams here and see what happens. I'm telling Mosaic to get that Mangonel. He does. He does a great job hopping back in the Rams. But it's tricky because you want the Rams to kill the castle. I probably could have gone for one of the TCs instead. His king is in this castle. Yeah, we screwed this up. These Gebettos should have been inside the Rams. Mosaic's a little confused on where to put them. It's a little too late to run into the castle now. That castle was down to 1500 though. So good push. I mean, solid. I'm happy with that. You know, our strategy worked as far as it could. Let me turn off some of these events. I think I turned them on last game. I don't think I need them on anymore. Let's put king events on. Valhalla's king is under attack by Valhalla's Mangonel. I love that. Okay, so now let's focus on some of these other things happening. We decide, okay, now is the time to just sit back and boom a little bit. Let's try to get our eco strong. We know Ghost is in a bad spot. Meanwhile, not a lot of army. There's some Mamelukes, some Saracen Mamelukes. They're chilling in the castle here from Ice. Ice and Ozaki are getting a nice little boom going. Mosaic added a second TC. I'm on 2 TCs. I think I'm still in... I'm in Castle now, but I was in Feudal for a while. I was in Feudal that whole time. That whole attack. Great eco coming out from Ice right now. I mean, fantastic eco. 4 TCs, just sitting back, booming. I notice the wood, there's not a lot of wood here, so late game, definitely something to worry about. Great kind of team walling from Ozaki. And the king is moving. All right, so the king went to the back castle there. And Ghost moves forward with another TC back to where he was initially. I think he just wants to take those farms because he's got these farms already placed. He's got 5 farms, so I think he just wants to take them. But I make a couple more rams. I say, you know what, let's just check out if there's anything more in Ghost's base that we can kill. Like, I know there was, like, the farms and the market or the mill or whatever. Now, meanwhile, Valhalla has a castle with a king in it at 1,500 health and 3 TCs. He had to rebuild a TC. So Valhalla's a little far behind. He's at 59 vills. Gobs, on the other hand, is doing pretty well. Has a nice little eco. For 3 TCs? Yeah, 3 TCs for Gobs. And Mangudai being made by Arbiter. So these are the powerhouses. You have Arbiter. You have Arbiter and Gobs, and then you're gonna have Ice and Ozaki. Those are like the best teams there. And Gobs is going after Valhalla. Valhalla's repairing this castle, so the castle's gonna get back. Now longbows can actually outrange a castle, I believe. Depending on the castle's upgrades and whatnot, and the longbow's upgrades. But at some point, they can outrange a castle. And we have Impin for Ozaki, Ice, and now an Arbiter as well. So getting those Imp upgrades and attacking someone who's still in Castle Age is pretty huge. Stable's going up for Ozaki. So far, just Mangudai from Ozaki. But let's see what he adds. Ice is the Saracens and has archery ranges and Mamluks. Mamluks are really tough units. Anything that does melee damage and is on a horse or on a camel. I mean, I don't know why they keep getting the swords to throw, but you know, swords are cheap for the Saracens. Okay, and he's on, and we got Ozaki on the move. Looks like they're setting up a front here. And how peaceful is that? Look at that. 2 neighboring civilizations. You know, a couple of friends just sharing the same stone and gold. You love to see that. We have stone walls going up for Arbiter to protect his flank against Ice. We have stone walls going up. On the Cumans, Cumans don't get stone walls, which kind of stinks. I came over here to try to mess with whatever Ghost has left. He foolishly tried to take his area back, but I want that area. That's my... Like, if I take someone's town center down, that's now my town center. That's now my area. That is where I'm going to do what I do. So I come over here and I'm just gonna... Alright. I was confused for a second. I was like, did I leave a town center there? I thought I killed everything. But yeah, Ghost, I mean, he's at 25 vills, rebuilding from that and then losing this town center. It was a foolish town center. I mean, it was, maybe he had to make the play for it, but yeah, I mean, it wasn't long for this world. And these stone walls kind of stink because there's still houses in between. Honestly, the stone walls don't stink, the houses stink. Like, if I were him, I would just rebuild these houses, and I would delete these 4, rebuild them somewhere else, and get a stone wall, because you can just break through one house. And that stinks. And this army's looking scary right now. This army's looking really scary. Mangudai Mamelukes. We have some Hussars coming out as well. So Mamelukes, Hussar, and then we have some skirms coming out over here. So yeah, and that's a tough, and then some siege workshops going up. I'm surprised how late, like, most people aren't fighting in a lot of these games. I find that fascinating. I'm adding my 4th TC now. What's the Vil count? I'm at 103 Vils. I'm actually doing pretty good. Gobs is at 109. Ozaki's at 128. Arbiter's at 131. So meanwhile, I massed up a little bit of an army here, and I don't want Ghost getting back in this game. I want to kill Ghost's king. I know he's got a king hidden somewhere. I figured it's at Valhalla, but I say, you know what? Let's just see if I can get to the corner and kill whatever he's got. And I'm making Kipchaks. Kipchaks are pretty good units. Pretty decent units. Kipchaks and Rams. I did upgrade these Rams. These are capped Rams, actually. But I'm picking a fight with Ghost and Valhalla over here. Valhalla kind of has to help. He doesn't want his teammates just to die. Heavy Scorpions, pretty good units. They're going to be tough. You know, Kipchaks. I think Kipchaks do some bonus damage against Siege, but it's still a tricky. And Khmer Khmer Scorpions are pretty darn good. Let's see how I fare though. I was actually doing a pretty good job. I probably could have stayed there. But he had more coming. Like, I think that's a better trade for me than it is for him. But getting some Vil kills there. Not bad, not bad, not bad. Meanwhile, these guys are still just massing up. These guys don't fight. Guys, like, it's not a waiting game, you know? Like, you're allowed to fight. This is a bad fight for me. At this point, it's a bad fight. Like, I can take out a handful of them with the Kipchaks, but, you know, once they get them, that's bad. I wasn't paying attention over here. But I do have the Rams. Meanwhile, Mosaic is doing something. Mosaic has 1, 2, 3 TCs. He's sitting at 68 Vils. Almost Stonewall. We're trying to get a Stonewall over here, but it looks like it's getting denied. Mosaic needs to refresh. Needs to put some more lumber camps up here. Get closer to that. All this, we could probably put a TC on or something. But just more Vil production for Mosaic would be nice. But again, he's like the lowest elo, like in the CCL, like one of the lowest ones. All right, finally we're gonna get a little bit of fight here. So we have Longbow. Longbow and Elite Mangudai. Elite Mangudai versus Mamelukes is a good fight. And I wish that instead, I wish that Gobs was fighting Valhalla on that side, because that would have made life a lot easier for me. I mean, all these Scorpions, like, I was really hoping that someone was fighting Valhalla, and I was just trying to find this king. I knew he was back here somewhere. I don't know where the king is right now. Ghost, where is your king? It's not on the mini-map. There's a monk with a relic running away. I don't see where Ghost's king is. What's happening on the mini-map? I know he had a king. I wonder if it's just a glitch or something. Huh, okay. I have no answer for that. But meanwhile, this is the real fight, though. I'm just curious on the other side, because that was my side. And Mangudai are doing pretty well. Skirmishers are doing pretty well against the Longbow. Longbow just have the crazy range, though. Like Britain Longbow. Britain Longbow and or Arbalest have just crazy range. And we have heavy camels coming out. Heavy camels could do pretty well. They have to get in tight, though. Camels don't have a ton of armor, but so they have to get in there because they can get killed from a distance. And the Mamelukes will actually wreck camels in a fair fight. And that's a good push there. And we pretty much got pushed back. I killed everything of Ghost. Ghost has 25 vills. I still don't know where. Oh, here's his king. So he. Oh, okay. So his king was in that castle, and for some reason this king is running back to his corner. It looks like. We kind of lucked out a little bit that Ozaki wasn't going to push us at all. And there's the lumber camps. It's good. We started trading a little bit. I watched enough Vulcan and Mizik trading that I knew trading was important. I think we want to move this to the corner here. Move the market. Yeah, Arbiter's Son is the start of this was number 2 in the rankings, so has a lot of potential to get to the number 1 spot here. They're like neck and neck with Vulcan, and Vulcan played their set at the same time as this. We started late again because of Valhalla. It happens. It happens. I'm not mad about it. You know, it is what it is. And Gobs Longbow doing really well as like a backline. Along with the Mangonel. I mean, I think just like a massive skirmishers would beat everything that that Gobs and Arbiter are making. So maybe they need to add some skirmishers into this mix. They have the archery ranges set up here. And Ghost moved his TC to this side. Now, meanwhile, Ozaki and Ice, they're getting inroads. They're gonna need some siege now. They're still not a good answer for the longbows, but the siege are coming in now. They have the siege rams coming in. And the king is in here. One king is in. The other king is over here, so their kings are separated. But these armies are definitely pushing in. Siege rams can definitely do work. I'm getting some raids going on for Valhalla over here. Mosaic has two-handed swordsmen. Against Heavy Scorpion, probably going to get wrecked unless you have a massive amount of numbers. I'm at 160 vills. Valhalla is at 85, which is not great. Mosaic is at 74, which is not great. But he's getting there. And castles are dropped, and this is a great push. This is a great push. Ozaki and Ice are going to push right in here. And this king is getting closer and closer to this fight. Longbow are still doing well. I think the issue is there's no real meat shield. I think that they need like something else, but I don't know what. I don't know what they can make besides just like Hussar. But Hussar will get wrecked by the Mangudai. And adding in some Halbs. Halbs will be good. Halbs will be good. Mangudai are great units. Mangudai should beat the Mamelukes, generally speaking, I think. The other issue with having all, like, Mangudai and the longbows is these siege rams. I don't really have a good way to kill the siege rams. The siege rams will just tank most everything. And there are some camel riders and hussars in the mix for Arbiter, but I think it might be too little, too late though. And I'm trying to get some siege forward here. Like, we're still fighting on this side. We're still getting some fights. We have champions, we have kip checks. You know, we really needed to make a push on this side a little bit harder, in my opinion. Composite Bowman from Ghost. I mean, Ghost is at 19, 19 villagers. But Arbiter and Gobs, they're just losing ground over and over and over again. King is right here. I mean, this is super close to the fight. The siege was taken out. More siege has to come in. A couple of, like, 2 panic castles coming up for Gobs. I mean, pretty important panic castles, though. And Valhalla has a nice front here. I have my siege rams here. Mosaic has champions. I'm moving in. Mosaic is a little... Mosaic could put these champions inside the siege rams. That would probably be the move. And I want to just get to this Treb that's trebbing me down. Yeah, I should have had Mosaic put these champions in my siege rams. We just go right up to the... Just walk right up to the scorpions. Oh. And the champions aren't fighting? Okay, they're fighting now. But they're getting absolutely wrecked by the scorpions. Yeah, poor coordination on our part. We did not coordinate that very well. That was dumb. That was a bad thing. Don't take advice from us. It was not well done. Arbiter down to 96 vills. He's running his king. His king ran back. His king is in this castle here. Yellow's king, I'm not sure. I think they're both in this castle? No. I don't know where Yellow's king is. I don't know if it's like a weird glitch going on or something, but I can't... Oh, there he is. There he is. He's in this tower. We have a king in a tower and a king in a castle. But they're losing ground, though. They're losing ground hard. And there's just a scorpion ball. It's only... How many scorpions are here? 30 scorpions. I mean, there's a lot of scorpions. I've seen more. But we have not been able to get through the scorpion mass at all. Meanwhile, Arbiter is just losing ground here. Gobs is losing ground. The longbows just can't do enough. And skirmishers as well being added from ice. So ice is on Mamelukes and skirmishers, which is like the perfect comp to beat this. I mean, it just seems inevitable at this point. And we're fighting this battle, so it's tough. Like, we can't really push into them at all. Otherwise, we would give up this whole flank. I don't know where my siege rams are going. It's too much to pay attention to. I'm on 179 villagers. What is wrong with me? I added a lot of trade, or I started adding trade, because I thought that was important. But yeah, 179, including the trade, is way too much. But my teammate is at 87, so he has way too little. So I'm making 20 military. That's it. That's all. Only room I have, and he has no military, my teammate. So that's a problem. And we're still fighting here. We're starting to lose a little bit of ground. And just a slow push. The siege rams are in. Siege rams are going castle by castle, just taking them out. Making room, trying to get to that king. There's trade that's going to get disrupted. I want to put king events on. There we go. Kings are still here, but now they're getting closer and closer. Arbiter's getting a little bit mad. They just keep getting pushed back farther and farther and farther. Though they just have no answer for this. This army's just too strong from Ice and Ozaki. And these kings are right here. And the army's right there. Siege rams are coming in. If they can research treason, and Gobs has ungarrisoned his king, he's running his king. Gobs is running his king right now. The king is on the move. King is in this little corner here. The other king is in this castle still, I think? Or is it in this tower? I don't know where the other king is. Again, I think it's like a weird glitch or something. Oh yeah, it's in this castle. It's in this castle. Okay, they're just losing ground. They're just losing ground. Ozaki and Ice are being very patient. Very, very, very patient. Meanwhile, up here, we're sort of losing ground a little bit. Mosaic's still on 87 villagers. I'm still on 173. We have like the opposite problem here. And the kings are under distress here. The kings are running. The kings are under distress. There's one king outside of the castle. There's one king another king outside of the castle. They're running. They're trying to find a place to go. Gobs is over here trebbing down Valhalla's base for some reason. I think he's thinking maybe he can just push into Valhalla's base. Like he's given up his front there. And Valhalla still has the scorpions. There's still a ton of scorpions here. The kings are running. The kings are on the move. Arbiter and Gobs' kings are moving to the north in a unified front. They've lost their base. They've given up on trying to fight this. They have no units in queue. They are just running with everything they got. One king. Two king. The two kings they're exposed right here. Anyone can find them. Anyone can kill them. And Gobs has his trebs. He's moving them forward. He's moving them upwards. Valhalla is feeling very trapped in here. Ghost, to his credit, has 41 of these composite bowmen here. I mean, Ghost is sitting at 33 villagers with 41 army. Never really could reboom. The two kings are just here. They are trying to find some sort of home. They're just hiding in the absolute middle of the map, which is madness. I mean, these are my buildings right here. Like, I could just make 3 units and go kill them. But they do have their army there. It looks like Ozaki and Ice are content to just destroy their base and figure out where the kings are later. Castle going up. I'm sending Hussars out, but I have my gather points down here because I'm focused on Valhalla and Ghost. I'm not even thinking about these kings. The two kings, they're literally standing out in the open. There's one castle going up from 5 villagers. If I saw this instead of gather point right here, I'm so mad watching this back. That's all I needed to do. But we're too focused on this fight. This is why going for the king, like you kill the king, and I mean that's everything. But we notice it though. We notice it. I tell Mosaic, I said send everything. Mosaic sends everything. He's chasing the king around. The Cavalier are at 1.35. The king is at 1.32. He gets into the castle. There's another king. He's going for the other king. We can see it. We know it's there. It's around my buildings. Light Cav is faster. Light Cav, he needs to split these up. He needs to split them up. He's just chasing the king. How are we not killing this king? How are we not killing this king? How are you not killing this king? The king is at 48 health. Oh my goodness. The king is just running around in circles. No, the Cav are going the wrong way. The king gets into the castle. The kings are safe in the castle. I hate everything right now. The kings are safe in the castle. For now. The castle's up. Another castle's going up. Ice is still messing around down here. Ozaki's still messing around down here. Oh, I want this king snipe so bad. I can taste it. 2 castles going up, just Hussars being streamed in. Finally, some of my vills got killed. I'm down to 150 vill pop. They're actually helping me out by killing my vills. We're running out of wood, by the way. Like, there's like no wood on this map. Just the longbows. We need some siege. Really want that. This front, Valhalla's kind of pushing this front a little bit. But honestly, I'm more focused on getting these king snipes. I know these kings are here. I want these kings. Valhalla pushing through. Ice and Ozaki are kind of like spending a lot of time in this base. I guess they're trying to just clear it out. But they need to be going for kings as well. Both kings are in this castle still. We're getting as big of an army as we can get. We'll lose this front. I feel like whatever. Take that. I don't need it. I want this king. Ice research treason. He knows where the kings are. Mamelukes are coming out. The Mamelukes are coming over. I'm going in with the siege rams. Mosaic's going in with everything he's got. All of his cav. I'm going in with my hussar. We want this. We want this. Nothing else matters. Just these king kills. Both kings are in here. The siege rams are going after it. There's not even enough room for the siege rams to get there. The Mamelukes want it. The kings run into the other castle. Nobody noticed. The kings run into the other castle. Going for the other castle. The kings are running away. The kings are running away. The kings are running away. Who's gonna get the kill? Ozaki's here. Ozaki's here. Ozaki's here. Ozaki, he let him get out. He let him get out. He's going for the blue king. Valhalla got both kings. Valhalla got so lucky there. Valhalla got both kings. Oh my goodness. I need to write that down before I forget. Valhalla got both kings. Oh, what a jerk. And Gobs and Arbiter were the first ones out. Probably one of the best teams in there. No king kills, and the first one's out. And Valhalla and Ghost are still there. Ozaki and Ice, like I think everyone's trying to figure out who to fight. It's a bit of a regroup. You know, once one team gets destroyed, it's like you have to just kind of regroup and figure it out. I know Ghost had his base back here. Ghost has a great setup, actually. A fantastic setup. I don't want to fight Ice and Ozaki. I know we're going to lose that fight. I'm not even thinking about that fight. I think I upgraded. Yeah, I got Cavalier here. Mosaic still on 80 villagers. Mosaic, build more villagers. I'm sorry. Like when you're playing games like this, you want to have 140 villagers or more. You know, you can always lose them. And everyone's going after Valhalla and Ghost right now. This castle here is really just a defensive castle for Ozaki. Ozaki just wants to be able to take this wood, I think. And they've turned. They're going after Valhalla and Ghost. They see the score lead. In theory, you could build a Wonder. I don't think it would make sense at this moment for any team. The only team it would make sense for would be the team that's going to win, Ice and Ozaki, the team that's in the lead here. So I have a massive army. Mosaic has 50 light cav. And I'm trying to sneak. See if I can get to the king. The kings are... Valhalla's king is in this castle here. And Ghost is in this far, far corner here. Mosaic's bringing his light cav. I want to just get to this corner. I know that's where Ghost's king is. I don't think I've researched treason once. I need to probably do that more often. And Ice is getting close. Ice is getting close to Valhalla's king. Valhalla's king is in this castle. Ice is right there, attacking with Hussar. And I think Valhalla knows the time is near. Valhalla has 13 halbs, that's it. Valhalla... I guess Valhalla quit? Hang on. Hang on, I want to go back a little second. Okay, Valhalla's under attack here, under attack, under attack. And it says Valhalla was killed by ice, but I think Valhalla just quit. I don't see... Valhalla still has his king in here. Valhalla, don't quit, dude. You don't quit in a Regicide. Unless it's like a 2v2. You don't quit in a Regicide. -1 point for Valhalla. I'm not gonna do -1. We're gonna do -1 from now on if you quit, because that king could have theoretically gone to anybody. You know, we don't know. I'm gonna give it to Ice's team, but that in theory could have gone to anyone. Like we were attacking there too. So not cool. Not cool. So, alright, so the Mameluke actually killed the king. So, alright, all's well. But I don't love it. I don't love it. That's all I gotta say. And we know Ghost is still back here somewhere. I really want to kill Ghost before taking a fight with these maniacs, the Ozaki Ice Squad. And I remember during the game, I was pinging this corner over and over. I don't know if they could even see it. I don't know if, like, how pings work, like if they're just for your teammates or if they're for the other guys. But, oh yeah, I sent these Vills here. Oh, man. And then I selected all Vills and moved them. Oh, I'm an idiot. I'm such a fool. I could have built, like, a castle here. I could have just built, like, one castle there with, or yeah, I could have just built a castle. We would have got the kill. Oh, I'm an idiot. I'm not going to sleep well tonight, knowing that happened. But Ghost still is alive, technically. Doesn't have any units, doesn't have anything. I could have built one castle. I just want to murder everybody. But now Ice and Ozaki, they can choose what to do here. We're putting our kings in the back, I think. We're thinking about, you know, end game here. But I do not want to fight them. I want to get Ghost. And they just researched treason, I believe. That's the treason sound. And all they have to do is get to that castle, or that tower. Building a castle in the back. A lot of castles from Ozaki. A lot of expansion from Ozaki. Ice was pretty content to stay mostly in their base, but Ozaki has expanded as far as they can. We do have some trade going. We never added that market over there. And there is one ram here trying to get to this corner. And then they're fighting us. Yeah, I ran my king there. Getting some walls up, you know, just trying to prepare a little bit, just to see if maybe we can make a hold here. I really want that Ghost King, but I can't seem to get there. And we're being attacked too hard. I have to defend. I just have to defend. I don't want to get caught up here. I meant to get this relic, but I got distracted. There's a lot going on in these games. It's really tough to pay attention. I deleted my town center and my farms here. They have a good trade going as well. They're gonna get through here. They're gonna kill this king, it looks like. Meanwhile, they're still pushing towards our base, but they probably just want to do it all in one big attack. They haven't really, like, raided hard or anything. And the king is under attack here. This is Ghost's last refuge. And the king is dead. And the king is dead. So that's another king kill for Ice and Ozaki. And then Valhalla and Ghost got 2 king kills, actually. And now it's a 2v2. The bottom team versus the top team. We're not feeling super good about our chances. We're happy. We're happy we made it this far. But we kind of know. We're not in the best position to win this. But anything can happen in a king game, you know, anything. Probably should have gone for a wonder. Would have been nice. I'm losing villagers. I'm losing army. Zake losing villagers, losing army. And we send our kings outside. We decide, let's not drag this game out anymore. Our kings are running. Our kings are running. Our kings are running. The Mamelukes are not paying good enough attention. We got our 2 kings here. Mosaic says, I'm gonna give him my king, but he's gonna have to work for it. He's gonna have to chase me around. And Mosaic's king is dead. And my king is gonna get underneath their castle and GG. And that's how you do it. That's how you do it, you know? No need to drag that game out. We had another game to play after this one. And we were about to lose anyway. So I'm not too worried about that. Great game from a lot of the players out there. Ice Nozaki obviously played really well. I think Valhalla held his own. Ghost did a great job of coming back in the game. Like a really, really good job. Obviously me and Mosaic, we had a good strat that worked to the best of our abilities. We gave it our best. We have some points. I'll put the points on the screen. And then Arbiter and Gobs, they held really well up against a really tough team of Ice and Ozaki. So great game. Thanks everyone for playing. Thanks everyone for watching the video. And we're going to have more videos. Also, this weekend is going to be Shadow's tournament. So if you see this like now, today's Friday. It probably should be up today, if not tomorrow. His tournament's on Sunday, and they're still looking for a few players. The winner gets the DLC. He's going to give the winner a DLC. There's going to be 32 players total. I think there's only 24, 25, like somewhere like that now. So still looking for a few more. But thanks for watching. Let me get to some of the more stats here, just to kind of put them all on the screen for later reference. Feudal time. 650 for Gobs. That's pretty crazy. I don't know why I had so many. 107 villagers is too many villagers. 85 is too few, though. MightyMosaic. Let's work on that. And APM. Yeah, Ice with a pretty fast APM there. Yeah, I mean, APM is really like an indicator of good players. 16 for Ozaki. 14 and 13 for Gobs and Valhalla. Ghost was low, but Ghost didn't have a whole lot to do because he was dead so early. And me and Mosaic both at 16, so, you know, not terrible. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. See ya.